Hey, what's good, family? How y'all doing? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you're having a blessed and wonderful day. This is Wednesday, hump day. We're halfway through the week. Thank the good Lord. Monday was the holiday, Memorial Day, and we gave honor to those who paid the ultimate sacrifice, who gave their lives in defense of this nation and in defense of the Constitution, the United States Constitution, to protect it from enemies, foreign and domestic. So my shirt here, the Harlem Hellfighters, they were a group of soldiers in World War One, Harlem Hellfighters. Um, they didn't get the recognition that they deserved, but we know what they did. Those of us who know the truth, who know history, we know the contributions that they made to this nation in defending um, its borders and defending the greatest law in the land, which is the United States Constitution, against enemies, foreign and domestic. And the likelihood that you're not having a great day, always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah God, and He will see you through. I definitely can bear witness to that. So, getting the topic for this video, yesterday, Major League Baseball, um, they added stats from the Negro Leagues to its records. So, as it stands now, Josh Gibson is the Major League Baseball career and season batting leader. Josh Gibson, the great Josh Gibson, the late great Josh Gibson, played for the Homestead Grays, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Um, great baseball player. Excellent. He's a true home run king. There are reports they claim that they don't have evidence of it, but people at that time who witnessed it, they're no longer here. On his plaque, it's claimed that Josh Gibson hit 800 home runs or close to it. So if they include that stat, which I don't think they will, then Josh Gibson is the true home run king. Barry Bonds has 700 and something, I believe. Forgot what the number is. I think 756, something like that. So Josh Gibson would be the true home run king. That's right. 75. I thought it was 87. I thought I saw he hit 87 home runs in like 1937 or something like that. But in any event, he hit if they include his home run stats, and they claim that they can't find proof of it, but let's just say that they do. We know, they full of it. He would be the all-time home run leader in a single season, and the career um, home run leader in the career, all-time home run leader in the career. Because they said he hit close to 800 or 800. That's phenomenal. And he wasn't that big. He was 6'1", 210. So by today's standards, that's pretty small. And then you got to remember that the ballparks were a lot larger then than they are now. So that's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. And it's about damn time. They also included 28 wins for Satchel Paige. He's now up to 125 career wins. I think he had like 97. He probably had more than that. Um, so that's something. That is something. And it's about damn time. I guess we could thank the pandemic for this because they played 60 games in 2020. And so they was like, if we um if we include stats from the 2020 season, even though we shortened it by 102 games, then we have to include the Negro League seasons because they didn't play 162 games. So it's like, okay, I guess we could thank the pandemic for this in a sense, but it's like, okay, Pandemic or no pandemic, it's about damn time. And y'all should have been done this. I mean, come on. Come on. These were the greatest baseball players ever, ever on the planet. They had the greatest pitchers. Satchel Paige, my God. The man pitched until he was what, 60 years old? And at a high level. Um, who else? Josh Gibson, Larry Doby. Larry Doby was on record as saying that Josh Gibson was better than Jackie Robinson. We know Jackie Robinson was the first, the chosen one, who broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball in 1947. But according to Larry Doby, he said Josh Gibson was a better player, was a much better player. Jackie Robinson had speed. He had speed and he had good fielding. He was a good fielder. But as far as a hitter, a power hitter, that was Josh Gibson, Larry Doby, Roy Campanella, so many others. I know I'm leaving out names, and please forgive me. Charge it to my head, not to my heart. But just excellent, excellent baseball players. Excellent, excellent. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications on the new videos on here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look something up. Yeah, so Josh Gibson becomes Major League Baseball's batting average leader. He didn't get the just due that he deserved, and he died in January on January 20th, 1947, at the age of 35. He had a stroke, um, but the man was phenomenal, and it's sad that he wasn't able to play in the major leagues because who knows what he would have done. I read somewhere too that they were comparing Babe Ruth to him. They called Babe Ruth the white Josh Gibson. So there you have it. Josh Gibson here. You know what? I'll just go to his name. Read you some things about brother Josh Gibson. Oh, and thank you. 6'1" is still considered tall by U.S. standards. Okay, that's 4 inches taller than I am. So I didn't think 6'1" was tall because I don't have to look up to somebody that's 6'1". I could just kind of like look them eye to eye, damn near. So I guess 5'9" is, I don't know if that's tall, but that's 4 inches taller than me. 6'1", but I didn't think it was tall because it's not. I don't have to look up to someone that's 6'1". Now 6'4" and 6'5", yes, I do. 6'6", I have to look up to them, but not 6 feet or 6'1". But especially now with these youngsters growing to be 6'3", 6'5". I have three nephews who are taller than 6'5". So that's just something. The tall gene didn't hit me. Oh well. Let me see here. My brother Josh Gibson. Okay, so he played for the Memphis Red Sox in 1930. He played for the Homestead Grays for 2 years, 1930, 1931. The Pittsburgh Crawfords from 1932 to 1936. And the Homestead Grays twice or three times, 1930, 1931, 1937 and 1940, and again from 1942 to 1946. 12-time All-Star. 12-time All-Star. 1933 through 1936, again in 1939, 1942 to 1944, and the last time he was an All-Star was 1946. Two-time Negro World Series champion, 1943, 1944. Three-time Negro League, three-time Negro National League batting champion, 1936, 1937, 1939. Two-time Triple Crown, 1936, 1937. He's in the Washington Nationals Ring of Honor. He's in the Pittsburgh Pirates Hall of Fame. He played for the Pittsburgh Crawfords. He was inducted posthumously into the Hall of Fame, the Baseball Hall of Fame, in 1972. It says by some accounts he hit close to 800 home runs. His career home run total was 166. Major League Baseball said they recognized 174. This man hit more than 174 home runs. I wasn't alive in the 1930s and 40s, and I know he hit more than 174 home runs. Come on now. Yesterday, Major League Baseball announced that it had integrated Negro League statistics into its records, giving Gibson the highest single season Major League batting average at 466. He batted that in 1943, and the highest career batting average at 372. Ty Cobb had it previously at 367. The great Ty Cobb played for my Detroit Tigers and played for the Philadelphia Athletics. I believe it, the Philadelphia Athletics. He had the highest batting average at 367. Now, Josh Gibson superseded that. He has it at 372. But this is long overdue. It's something that we already know. True baseball fans know that the Negro League players were the greatest. They were the best players on the planet. They didn't have amenities like Major League Baseball, but they still drew hundreds. They sold out games. You know, Satchel Paige, like I said, Satchel Paige was 42 when he got called up in 1948 by the Cleveland Indians. 42 years old, and was mowing them down, striking them out, left and right, every which way. 42 years old when he got called up by the Cleveland Indians. Now the Cleveland Guardians. And Satchel Paige is in the Cleveland Indians, or excuse me, the Cleveland Guardians Hall of Fame. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. He deserved it. Phenomenal pitcher. As far as I'm concerned, the greatest pitcher of all time. I think, in my opinion, I believe Dwight Doc Gooden, was a modern day version of Satchel Paige because Doc Gooden was a bad, bad boy. Doc Gooden was a hell of a pitcher, man. I remember Doc Gooden in 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, into the early 90s. That dude was, especially in his prime, and when he was a young cat in mid 80s when he played with the Mets. Doc Gooden was something. You know, I went to a predominantly white school during that time in the mid 80s. And the white boys, they love Roger Clemens. They love Roger Clemens and Oral Hershiser. Roger Clemens this, Roger Clemens that, Oral Hershiser this. You know, it's like, okay, they're good pitchers. Tom Seaver, Brett Saberhagen. I'm like, they're good, but Doc Gooden, they can't hold a candle to Doc Gooden. I actually got into a fist fight over there too. Yep, got into a fist fight with a kid because he said that Roger Clemens was better than Doc Gooden. I was like 10 years old. The Mets had just won a World Series against the Boston Red Sox. Oh, I hate the Boston Red Sox. That out of all teams in baseball, I hate the Boston Red Sox. I don't like the Yankees. but I hate the Boston Red Sox. So I was happy when the Mets beat them in the '86 World Series. And this kid was talking junk because I used to collect baseball cards. He was talking this mess, and that that nigger Doc Gooden, excuse me for saying that, isn't that good. And I said, "What did you say?" And he said it again, and bam, right in the face, I hit him. Got in trouble for it, but whatever, whatever. To me, it was worth it. I was a 10-year-old child, so I was defending Doc Gooden. Got in trouble, but oh well. So it's about time that Major League Baseball recognized the stats from the Negro Leagues because these were professional ball players. Granted, they didn't play with the white boys in the majors. They couldn't because of segregation. But nevertheless, they were professional players and they deserve their just due. And it's about damn time. I wish the Negro Leagues had not folded. I wish that we did not integrate baseball because when we integrated baseball or Major League Baseball, we just abandoned what we built. We abandoned it. The Negro Leagues were a great league. It was a great sports league. And when we abandoned the Negro Leagues to go into Major League Baseball, so because the white man's ice is colder, his ice is more frozen than our ice. When we abandoned the Negro Leagues to go into Major League Baseball, it killed the Negro Leagues. So many jobs were lost from the food vendors, parking attendants, people who sold tickets. Um, so many jobs were lost. The commissioners, the owners of the teams, and not all players from the Negro Leagues were called up to play in the majors. Let's just be real. A lot of these players were not called up. They had to play in Puerto Rico or Mexico or in South America. They never got to live the dream of playing in Major League Baseball. Many players. Yeah, they took the Larry Dobies, Roy Campanellas. We know about Jackie Robinson, Satchel Paige. We know about these guys and many others. Hank Aaron played in Negro Leagues. Ernie Banks, Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid. They all came from the Negro Leagues. I believe Frank Robinson did too. The late great Frank Robinson, the late great Hank Aaron, Hammer and Hank. But a lot of players from the Negro Leagues weren't called up. They never made it to the Negro Leagues. And they were just as great as the names I mentioned, if not greater. Josh Gibson, for one. Double Duty Radcliffe played for my Detroit Stars. So it's a lot of players that did not make it who died, unfortunately, without people knowing who they were. And their stories need to be told. And I hope they do deeper research into Josh Gibson and find out that this man is truly the all-time leader in home runs. He had the most home runs in the season. This is the true home run king. It's not Barry Bonds. It was Hank Aaron. He broke Roger Maris. No, he broke Babe Ruth's all-time home run record. So we know it's not any of those guys. No disrespect to the late great Hank Aaron. Barry Bonds is a jerk. I met him in person twice. He's a uppercase jerk. I just put it like that. A real douchebag. I met the man twice at my old job. I met him in 2017. No, yeah, 2017 and 2018. Real douche. Not a good man, as far as I'm concerned. Love white people, but he don't love his own people. There's nothing wrong with loving other people, but love your own people too. Love them too, because we supported you and stood by you when they were accusing you of doping. And it's we know you did it, but we still defended you and stood by you. I know I did, but to be an uppercase douche, it's just like, man, it's uncalled for. But with that being said, Barry Bonds is still a great baseball player. Despite the fact that he's a grade A jerk, he's still one of the greatest baseball players to ever live in my lifetime, especially my lifetime. So I will give him his just due on that, and he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He does. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. Hit the subscribe button so your notifications on the videos on here. Yup, I did love it when Bill Buckner, when the ball went through Bill Buckner's leg. I loved every bit of it. Mookie Wilson. Yup, 86 Mets. I heard that about Babe Ruth, that he had black blood in him. I heard that. He's from your hometown of Baltimore. Yup. But long overdue. So I hope they do more digging and find out more about stats in the Negro leagues, because who know, for all we know, the greatest pitcher, the all-time wins and strikeout leaders may have come from the Negro leagues. It wouldn't surprise me. So I hope they do some more researching or digging, whatever they do, and find out the correct stats. Because Josh Gibson hit more than 174 career home runs. That's ridiculous. He hit way more than that. Any event, y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I need y'all love and support. Support my channel and my podcast. I can't do this without y'all love and support. So please continue to support me. Love y'all immensely, brothers as well as sisters. Y'all be safe out here. Satan is comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. So please be safe. Beware and be aware. No matter if you're going to work, coming home, school is out, and out here it is, and in some parts of the country. But even in places where school is still going on, it's in the last couple of weeks. Be safe, dropping your kids off at school, picking them up, running errands, whatever the case may be. Please be safe. Beware and be aware. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and drop your comments below and let me know what you think. I appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Till next time, y'all take care and I love y'all. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.